Have you ever wondered why recently so many of your relationships have just fallen apart, or people you once trusted have suddenly walked away? That is the great purification from heaven to protect the chosen one. Stop right now and absolutely do not scroll past, because those losses are actually paving the way for an earth-shattering event that is about to happen. Heaven is preparing to send you an offer that could completely change your life from this moment on. This offer holds a profound secret, and only by watching this message until the very last second will you be able to recognize and fully comprehend its true meaning. Right now, in a place far away from you, your destined soulmate is going through agonizing sleepless nights. They are being urged by a powerful spiritual force, forced to face the truth they have been intentionally running away from for so long. Heaven has sent them incredibly clear signs, compelling them to make a final decision directly involving you. This decision is so massive that it will break all the old rules between the two of you. But the thing is, this offer is nothing like any ordinary scenario you might have imagined. It is a complex puzzle specifically designed to test the resolve of the chosen one. There is a secret decree from God meant just for this exact situation of yours, detailing exactly what you need to do so you don't accidentally push this blessing away. However, this decree is sealed and will only be fully revealed at the end of this message. If you leave too soon, you will strip yourself of the key to decoding the sacred sign that God has sent down. The curiosity in your soul right now is the signal showing that your spirit is yearning to receive this truth. Scrolling past right now will leave you forever drowning in uncertainty, wondering why life took so much from you without ever knowing what the true reward behind it all is. Please understand that this recent purification was necessary. Those who left took with them all the toxic energy that could have ruined the flow of your new destiny. Only when the space around you is completely cleansed will you have the right frequency to receive that life-altering offer. Your soulmate is trembling as they prepare every single word to send you, but they need the most steadfast chosen one to receive them. Their trembling is real, and heaven's expectation of your patience is also real. You have been through the hardest part of the journey, so do not let impatience in the final moments ruin the angel's grand masterpiece. Every final detail is preparing to be unlocked in the very next few seconds. The chosen one prophecy is where God awakens your life's purpose. Watching this content is proof that He is personally calling you to officially step into the ranks of the chosen ones who are ready to embrace this life-changing turning point. Leave a comment below this message with the phrase, "Decode the sacred destiny." Keep your breathing steady, keep your mind completely still, and continue watching until the very last second to hear the ultimate decree from the Creator. This is the exact moment the silence is broken and the truth begins to reveal itself. The moment that energy sealing phrase was written down, an invisible yet incredibly powerful shift was officially activated within your spiritual realm. Feel the air around you gradually changing. The emptiness, the coldness, and the terrifying silences you've had to endure all this time are not signs of abandonment. They are preparation. Heaven is erecting an absolute wall of protection around the chosen one. You have cried silently in the dark, wondering why you always had to get the short end of the stick, why the people you loved most could turn their backs so easily. The answer is very simple, but carries immense weight. You do not belong to the world of low frequencies. You were destined for a higher mission, and to step into that mission, all the surrounding garbage had to be cleared out. No exceptions. Never look back at those who left with regret or resentment. Their disappearance is exactly heaven's mercy toward you, preventing those toxic energies from muddying the aura of the chosen one. Hold your head high with pride. You have made it through the darkest chapter of your life with an iron will and a heart that remains perfectly pure. Now, the process is accelerating. The stagnation of the past is being shattered to make way for a whirlwind of destiny-shifting power like never before. Your days of toiling in silence are over. Heaven is pushing you onto a fast track where all your compensation will come rushing in with astonishing precision. Think about the journeys of the great figures in the history of faith. Think of Joseph, who was betrayed by his own flesh and blood, thrown into a deep pit, and imprisoned in a dark dungeon for years in absolute isolation. But that pit, that dungeon, was not the end. It was a mandatory stepping stone to elevate him to the position of prime minister over an entire kingdom. The Most High's promise has never missed the mark. In the book of Job, chapter 23, verse 10, an eternal truth is written, "But he knows the way that I take. When he has tested me, I will come forth as gold." You are the pure gold emerging from heaven's refining fire. Every blemish, every doubt, and every trauma has been incinerated under the intense heat of your recent trials. Now, you step out pure, radiant, and overflowing with power. This very radiance of yours is creating an energetic earthquake, transmitting straight into the consciousness of your destined soulmate. Understand that when your frequency is elevated, that person can no longer sit still in their comfort zone. Their long-held silence is being suffocated. The pride, the stubborn ego, and the invisible barriers they tried to build to escape this connection are being completely obliterated under the power of heaven. That person is enduring long, sleepless nights, their chest heavy with longing and belated regret. They realize that trying to live a life without you is just a meaningless existence. Heaven is backing them into the corner of destiny, forcing them to make a life or death choice. Either continue running in cowardice and lose you forever, or summon all their courage to step toward your light with the most shocking offer. Feel the rising urgency in every heartbeat of the universe. This is no longer the time for doubt or hesitation. All preparations behind the spiritual veil are complete. The soulmate's shocking proposal is about to be sent, carrying the weight of a raw awakening and absolute commitment. You, in your position as the chosen one, need to keep your mindset truly still and grounded. You do not need to search, you do not need to chase, and you absolutely do not need to lower yourself to beg for affection from anyone. Stand still in your golden position, shine with your purified aura, and let destiny find its own way to knock on the door of your life. The next few seconds of this decoding journey will expose the details of that turning point moment. Continue to maintain intense focus so you don't miss the ultimate decree from the Creator. The vibration from the previous revelations is still echoing in your chest, and that is the clearest proof that the soul of the chosen one is ready to enter the next phase of decoding. Do not try to rationalize the strange phenomena happening inside your body using ordinary physical or scientific knowledge. Those sudden chest pangs in the late afternoon as dusk falls, the unannounced racing heartbeats, even when you are sitting perfectly still, or the choking sensation in your throat as if a highly important word is caught. All of these are the unspoken language of the spiritual world. You are not exhausted, you are not crazy, and you are absolutely not alone in these experiences. This is the highest level of energetic alignment happening directly between you and your destined soulmate. When heaven decided to carry out the great purification around the chosen one, an invisible, yet incredibly unbreakable spiritual tether between you two also began to tighten with an irresistible magnetic pull. You are going through extremely sensitive days, where your intuition has become frighteningly sharp. You can clearly feel the emotional waves of others, anticipating shifts before they actually happen in real life. And the most shocking thing you need to face right now is this. Every time your chest tightens, that is when your soulmate is screaming your name in desperation from the very depths of their consciousness. They are fighting a life or death battle with their own pride and ego, and the energy waves from that fierce internal war are crashing directly into your soul, creating the physical tremors you have been enduring daily. This connection is so profound that no geographical distance, no material barrier, and no cold silence can ever separate or extinguish it. Remember the laws of sacred connection that have been absolutely affirmed in the pages of ancient holy texts. In Psalms, an eternal truth is written. Deep calls to deep in the roar of your waterfalls. All your waves and breakers have swept over me. Your intuition is the deep calling out and responding to the deep from your soulmate's spirit. Their energy waves are churning violently like a rushing waterfall, and heaven is allowing those waves to wash over your consciousness. This is not to exhaust you or make you collapse, but for you to recognize that the time of eternal connection is drawing very near. You are the chosen one, and you have been gifted the ability to feel the depths of this unseen world to be ready to guide this destined bond through the storm. Look at the naked truth unfolding behind that terrifying veil of silence. That person is trying to put on a calm facade, trying to convince themselves and everyone around them that they are fine, that they can still live well without you by their side. But heaven will not allow that falsehood and cowardice to exist any longer. Every time they try to close their eyes to sleep, your face appears vividly in their mind. Every time they hear a familiar song, a feeling of guilt and belated regret suffocates their heart. Their stubbornness and arrogance are being crushed day by day, hour by hour, by the invisible hand of God. They are standing in front of the mirror, looking deep into their own eyes and realizing the ultimate emptiness of intentionally pushing away the only person who ever truly understood them. The shocking offer they are preparing to make is the only way out for their exhausted soul that is yearning for salvation. The situation is becoming extremely urgent, and there is no more room for delay. This process is being accelerated at breakneck speed, like an energy tornado sweeping through both of your lives. The signs around you are appearing with thicker frequency than ever before. The repeating numbers on the clock and on the roads you travel are no longer coincidences. They are the rapid knocking of your guardian angels, reminding the chosen one that the gates of destiny are wide open. If you do not hold fast to your faith, if you let doubt, resentment, and old wounds shake your willpower, you will unintentionally disconnect yourself from this massive energy flow. You must understand that you are not just waiting for an ordinary apology or a typical confession of love. You are preparing to receive a transfer of destiny, a turning point that will completely rewrite the next chapter of your life. Because of the sacred, serious, and urgent nature of this moment, your energy needs to be absolutely protected, cleansed, and anchored against any outside interference. Right now, click the share icon on the screen. Choose to save this message as a sacred act to seal the flame of faith of the chosen one. This is not simply a technological action, but a way for you to send a powerful signal into the universe, declaring that you completely trust in heaven's guidance, ready to stand firm and act as a solid, energetic foundation for your soulmate's raw awakening. Let this action be the first testament to your serious and solemn preparation before the Creator. The silence you've had to endure for so long was actually a supreme protection from heaven. If that person had walked into your life earlier, before they had gone through this painful purification and awakening, they would have only brought you the broken pieces of their confusion, selfishness, and trauma. Heaven intentionally kept a distance between you two to perform the most agonizing spiritual surgery on their soul. God is peeling away every layer of arrogance, every primal fear, and the old wounds in their heart, forcing them to become completely soft and humble before they are allowed to touch the radiant aura of the chosen one once again. You had to endure isolation so they could have a chance at redemption, and now that painful process has reached its final steps. Feel the flame of faith burning strongly and warmly in your chest this very moment. All previous doubts about whether you were being delusional, whether you were lying to yourself about this destined connection, will all be completely incinerated by the upcoming reality. You are not wrong. The intuition of the chosen one has never deceived you. This connection has been sealed by blood and light from higher realms. What you are about to witness will go far beyond any ordinary human imagination. Prepare your mind for the most magnificent emotional earthquake, where every knot will be untied and every answer will be fully revealed. Your curiosity and your thirst to know the whole truth are guiding you in the right direction. Continue to maintain your focus. Take a deep breath and step into the next chapter of this sacred revelation, where the deepest secrets about your soulmate's shocking offer will continue to be exposed to God's light. God's light never stops at merely warming. He shines to expose every hiding shadow, and that very sacred beam of light is guiding you straight into the core of the truth in this final decoding segment. Brace yourself, because what is about to be revealed will completely strip away the final doubts in the soul of the chosen one. Clearly understand the gravity and the sacredness of this moment. This is when the universe is reshaping the entire structure of your life. All the agonizing purification you had to go through, from losing friends you thought were close to the cold loneliness in the long nights, all of it was to prepare for this magnificent moment of reception. You, in the posture of the chosen one, must not allow the old scars of trauma to cloud your clear intuition. You need to stand firm in the aura of one who has conquered trials, ready to welcome the return of your soulmate with supreme grace, but also with the commanding majesty of a soul whose frequency has been elevated. Because of the decisive and sacred nature of this turning point, your energy needs to be sealed and absolutely protected from the prying eyes of any low frequencies. Imagine those invisible strings of manipulation being severed one by the swords of light from the guardian angels. The collapse of these barriers is not just a random event, it is a macro-level execution of justice to restore your rightful status. Those who once mocked your solitude, those who intentionally twisted the truth to lower your value, now have to watch in helpless despair as they see heaven elevate you to an entirely new height. You are walking in the aura of supreme protection, where every toxic arrow from the outside world automatically turns to ash before it can even touch your soul. Stand firm and feel this rushing shift. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to try to prove your worth to anyone. And you absolutely don't need to find ways to explain or fix past misunderstandings. Heaven is executing justice on your behalf, paving a smooth, brightly lit path connecting two souls. Your patience in silence, the tears of grievance you swallowed down to preserve your goodness and faith, all of it has been recorded by heaven and transmuted into a source of extreme protective energy. You are standing in the position of a chosen one, enveloped by a radiant aura that no dark force can violate and no jealous hater can harm. Directly from this perfect preparation and cleansed space, your soulmate's shocking offer is being accelerated at a dizzying speed. They are gathering their last ounce of courage to step out of the dark, bringing a decision that will completely flip the chessboard between the two of you. This offer is so massive that it will shatter all old rules, forcing both to step into a new chapter of the most complete and profound commitment under the watchful eye of the Creator. But remember, the greatest test for the chosen one does not lie in the storms that have passed, but in the very moment you face and receive this earth-shattering offer. If you hastily scroll away right now, your energetic alignment will be broken, and you will miss the most important part of the sacred decree that God has established just for you. Every final detail about that turning point moment, how you will recognize the sign, and the ultimate teachings to preserve this blessing are preparing to be unlocked. The curiosity in your soul right now is the sacred urging of the angels, reminding you that you are on the right track on your path of destiny. Keep your mind completely still. Take a deep breath to welcome the sacred light surrounding you, and patiently step into the final moments to fully receive the greatest decoding from the Creator. The most radiant chapter of the Chosen One is manifesting right before your eyes when the dusty layers of the old world have been completely swept out of sight. You are standing at the starting line of an entirely new era where all past delays must give way to the astonishing spinning speed of destiny. The moments of suspense and curiosity that guided you through each tier of these recent revelations were not random. They were heaven's intentional guidance to bring the Chosen One to the exact coordinates of victory. The moment you have patiently waited for. The moment when your silent tears turn into precious jewels in the eyes of the Creator has finally arrived. The shocking offer from your soulmate is no longer a distant forecast. It is right at the doorstep, knocking on your chest with the 10,000-pound weight of absolute sincerity and raw awakening. Take a deep breath and feel the sacredness blanketing the entire space around you right now. Your destined soulmate is moving toward you, not with the arrogance, stubbornness, or exhausting mind games of the past. They are stepping forward with a completely softened soul, a heart that has been peeled away from all primal fears, and a fierce, burning desire to merge as one with your radiant frequency. The offer they are about to make will completely shock you because it will break every boundary, overturn every misunderstanding, and place this destined bond in the most sacred position under heaven's patronage. They are about to beg for your permission to make up for the old wounds, to stand beside you in the posture of a lifelong partner, faithful and unwavering. This grand shift is the result of a flawless plan penned by the Most High since before you even entered this world. Every storm, all the isolation, and even the harshest tests of faith you had to endure were all mandatory links in the chain leading to today's glorious moment. In the ancient holy book of Jeremiah, chapter 29, verse 11, an eternal declaration was sealed specifically for the journey of the Chosen One. "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Let this sacred promise soak deep into every cell, every blood vessel of your body. Heaven has never forgotten you in the dark. God has never turned a blind eye to your pain. Everything that happened, from the agonizing purification of toxic relationships to the complete awakening of your soulmate, was to guarantee you a future overflowing with peace, the most perfect ending that no dark force can ever shake or steal away. You, with the radiant aura of the Chosen One, need to embrace this moment with supreme calmness and majesty. You do not need to rush. You do not need to worry whether you are good enough or whether the old tragedies will repeat themselves. The power of heaven's great purification has ensured that both souls have been upgraded to a completely new frequency. The person standing before you soon will be their most perfect version, molded through the most painful trials to be worthy of your purity and grace. This is the moment you harvest the sweet fruits of your patience, faith, and pure selfless love. Your final preparation right now is aligning your energy with the incoming flood of blessings. Stand firm on the ground, feel the massive protective energy radiating from behind your back, and be ready to open your arms wide to receive what originally belonged to your destiny. Their earth-shattering offer will be the final key that unlocks the door, leading both of your lives into a glorious, prosperous chapter overflowing with sacred light. You have won the battle in the dark, and now it is time for you to step into the light to claim the crown of your well-deserved compensation. Because of the decisive, sacred, and immensely powerful nature of this great moment of transition, the entire energy of the Chosen One must be crystallized, sealed, and absolutely protected before that shocking offer officially appears in real life. In this very second, place your right hand over your left chest, feel the warm beating of your heart, and leave a comment below this message with the phrase, "I fulfill the sacred decree and embrace my destined blessing." This is not just a lifeless string of words, but a powerful spiritual vow, a direct frequency touch sent into the universe to confirm that the soul of the Chosen One is completely ready, opening the gateway of supreme blessings and pulling your soulmate into your life under the eternal protection of the angels. Your weary waiting has officially ended. Every puzzle piece of the destiny picture has perfectly clicked into place and vividly manifested under God's light. The tears sown in sorrow are now being reaped in indescribable joy. Keep your mind forever serene. Cast your proud gaze toward the brilliant future opening up right before your eyes. Your soulmate's shocking offer is very near, and your preparation has been flawless. Walk in the light, trust firmly in heaven's sacred arrangement, and embrace the most radiant chapter in your very own epic love story. All of heaven's grand arrangements are now complete. The silent journey in the dark for the Chosen One officially closes, making way for a new chapter overflowing with light and well-deserved compensation. The earth-shattering offer from your soulmate is on its way to knock on your life's door, bringing truth and ultimate healing under the witness of the Creator. You have passed the test of the refining furnace, stepping out radiant as pure gold, and are completely ready for a most sacred reunion. Breathe deeply, keep your soul perfectly serene, and walk with the pride of one who is absolutely protected. Your destiny has been sealed with the light of blessings. If this message has touched the depths of your soul, show your energetic alignment by leaving a like, share this sacred energy source with those around you, and hit subscribe to always walk alongside the universe's upcoming revelations. Immeasurable blessings and peace will forever reside with you.